Welcome back for another video. We've got a bit of a break before the next deadline, so we're taking the opportunity to talk about 3 key game weeks coming up. It's also a very good opportunity to talk about chip strategy, which will become an increasingly hot topic as the season progresses. Make sure you're subscribing for all the FPL content to help you navigate the season. The first important game week to discuss is of course Game Week 22. So much to talk about here, but let's start with a reminder that the Double Gameweek 22 is not locked in until after Leeds and Man United have both played their FA Cup games. So here's how the Double Gameweek will look. Leeds with 2 away games to Forest and Man United with 2 home games against Crystal Palace and Leeds. But before we discuss the players and chip strategy, I also need to remind you that Leeds and Man United need to either win or lose their FA Cup games for the Double Gameweek to be locked in. If either game ends in a draw, then they have to play a rematch, which goes into the free spot the Double Gameweek is currently booked into. Leeds play either Accrington Stanley or Boreham Wood, and Man United play Reading. All you need to know is that there's about a 70% chance of the Double Gameweek happening, and not to make any transfers until after those games and nearer the deadline. So who are the best players to own from those teams? From Man United, the 3 standouts in my eyes are Rashford, Bruno and Shaw. If you can get to this triple up, then you're looking very good. Martial can't be trusted for minutes or fitness at the moment. However, if you've already got him, then you may as well keep hold, unless Ten Hag says he's out injured. We've seen plenty of low scoring double game weeks over the years, which has resulted in defenders scoring best many times, so a double up with Shaw, such as Wan-Bissaka, Martinez or De Gea, could also do very well, and will be easier to get to in many managers' cases. Should you use your triple captain or not? This one's impossible to answer definitively without the power of hindsight. Rashford is the popular pick, but Bruno's an excellent pick as well, who could easily outscore Rashford, and he certainly has the higher upside with a 1/7 of the ownership of Rashford. Since the restart, Rashford has 46 points and Bruno has 39. Personally, I used my triple captain on Haaland in Double Game Week 20, which didn't work out that great, with just 1 goal from Haaland. Hilariously followed up by a hat-trick as well in single Game Week 21. If I still had it, then I'd be inclined to save it for Haaland in Double Game Week 23, which is a game we'll talk about next. Quickly on Leeds as well, who are the other team that might double. They've got an away fixture against Forest before Man United away. Is there anyone worth considering? It's slim pickings, but the 2 names that leap out are Rodrigo and Nonto. Rodrigo's 6.4 mil and he has 10 goals and 1 assist this season, and he's been in and out of patches of form. With Bamford back from injury and Rutter a January window signing, he might come off early in some games, as he did against Brentford, but he's still a good pick with some other nice fixtures in Leeds' next 4. Nonto's played the full 90 in 4 of his last 5 and he's only 5 mil as a forward. Really impressive player, cheap enough to bench after Game Week 22 as well. Is it worth taking a hit in Game Week 22? Yes, I'd say for a player like Rashford or Bruno, but for someone like Nonto and Rodrigo, it's a no personally. Let's talk Game Week 23 as well. We're spoiled with back-to-back double game weeks, and it's Arsenal and Man City that double. This one is locked in and not dependent on any other results, unlike Double Game Week 22. Let's start with Man City. Many of you own at least one of Mahrez or De Bruyne, so potentially one way to play the next 2 game weeks is to sell them for Bruno and then reverse the transfer in Game Week 23. It is a bit messy booking in transfers and you can't afford other issues in your team, but if you pull it off there are big gains to be made, and that's my plan, De Bruyne to Bruno and then reverse it. If you've got 2 transfers in Game Week 22 you're in the best possible position. So who's the best Man City assets to own? Mahrez is the one that's been delivering, and before the restart he actually hadn't started 2 games in a row all season. Meanwhile, De Bruyne's been benched for just 2 games all season. If he carries on getting the starts, he's undoubtedly the better pick than De Bruyne, though I should point out we've seen this many times before with Mahrez, where he goes through a crazy patch of form and then Pep goes back to rotate him. Therefore I still feel De Bruyne's the better pick, but we're talking about significant price difference, so this is only if you can afford him. The Arsenal situation's evolved over the season. At the start it was Jesus and Martinelli. Then Saka started delivering on penalties and he's since become the better pick than Martinelli. Now Ødegaard's coming to the forefront as the top scorer mid in the game, plus Nketiah's been excellent in Jesus' absence. So you should aim to triple up, not just because of the double game week, but Arsenal are the best team in the league right now and they're all underpriced. Enjoy it while it lasts, because next season we'll see 9 mil Saka, 8 mil Martinelli, 8.5 mil Ødegaard. The best 3 in my eyes are Nketiah, Ødegaard and Saka. If one had to be sacrificed for a defender, very reluctantly it'd have to be Nketiah, but I think a triple up in attack is extremely differential and will deliver points. Saka, Saliba and Gabriel were all 1 yellow card away from suspension, but they've now played 19 games, so they'll need 10 for suspension, all in the clear. Lastly, we need to talk about Game Week 25. A few more weeks down the line for now, but transfers made now will impact that game week. The League Cup final clashes with Game Week 25, so whichever teams reach it will have their game postponed in Game Week 25. Man United play Forest, Newcastle play Southampton. Whoever progresses to the final won't have a game in Game Week 25. This of course means that their opponent also has their game postponed, which will be two of Brentford, Brighton, Leeds and West Ham. Anyway, we go back to the point about saving your transfers until nearer the deadline. Despite their double Game Week 23, if Leeds were to blank in Game Week 25, then it's not worth buying any Leeds players despite the double. This is all based on the assumption that you could have lots of players blanking. For example, if you have triple United, double Newcastle, and perhaps a player like Mitoma or Tony, that's 6 players that might blank, and they are favourites to blank based on the bookies' odds. But we've only got a bench of 3 players, and we've got limited transfers to use before Game Week 25. There is an outside chance of Game Week 25 becoming a double game week as well. As per Ben Crellin, Game Week 25 can also become a double game week if both sides involved in a postponement from Game Week 7 or 8 fail to reach the FA Cup 5th round. The FA Cup 4th round is played between the 27th of January and the 30th of January. This graphic from Ben is the permutations of how a fixture could move to Game Week 25. So just to complicate matters a little, the League Cup can cause postponements in Game Week 25. There is also a chance of other fixtures moving there. So Brighton, for example, could go from a blank game week to a single game week, or they could even go from a single game week to a double game week. Patience is the game for now. The Game Week 22 deadline is not until Friday 3rd of February, so sit back and relax for now. I'll read all your comments, so drop one below and I'll be sure to read it. If this video was useful, please also hit like and subscribe to the channel for more FPL content to come. See you soon for the next one.